Welcome to another edition of Survival Mode, where we give entrepreneurs a step-by-step roadmap to starting their own business. I'm Bert Robinson.
I'm Kevin Beers.
I'm Michael Grant Jr.
You can reach us by email at hello@survivalmode.live or check out our website at www.survivalmode.live. Let's get to it. Welcome back to another edition of Survival Mode. We are in step number 2, and we are in episode 8 of step number 2. What is step number 2? Vet the vision. Now, I told you before that we were going to be talking about the D's. So what are the D's? Well, it is time now for you to document. It's time for you to decide. It's time to determine your destiny. Now, what does that mean? Well, all this stuff that you have all on the table, okay, because we've got all the paper on the table about my vision, and all while we're vetting the vision, now we've got to document it on a piece of paper. Kevin does not like documenting, I know, but all this research we needed to do, right, Kevin?
Absolutely.
Okay, so since we've got it all written down, we're writing it down. After we've written everything down, Michael, we have to decide. What do we have to decide, Michael?
We have to make the decision on, are we going to move forward? Are we committed? Are we competent? And are we capable of carrying it out? If we can say yes to all those, to all three of those C's, then yes, we decide to move forward. If there's a no in any one of those C's, then we're not ready.
We're not ready. But wait a minute. Hold on. I'm competent. Kevin, be quiet. Okay, I'm capable. I can make it work. I made the decision, decide to make it work. What if I just said, go ahead, what am I missing?
You're missing committed. Are you committed?
Oh yeah, I'm committed. I'm committed to making this work. I'm committed. I don't want to say no. Why would I want to say no? I say this for a reason. Because you may not know everything you need to know at this time. Sometimes you got to say no to something so you don't fail. You leverage other people and you talk to other people. You talk to people who've done this before. You're not the only one. I mean, and this is my opinion, okay? When I got into real estate, I had to ask a whole bunch of people. Okay, should I buy that apartment complex? Should I do this? Should I do that? One person told me no. 3 other people told me yes. I had to evaluate that. I had to decide. Now, Kevin, in that decision-making process and me saying I'm going to go ahead with it, what are some of the consequences for me saying yes or no?
Well, I wanted to add a little something to what you were saying. If you're missing one of those 3 C's, let's say you are competent and what were the 3 C's, Michael?
You're not you're competent, committed, and capable.
And capable. Yes. Okay. So I'm competent, I'm capable, but I have some doubts. So my commitment level is not there. Ooh. It might be worth saying no for now and figure out why I'm not committed. Once I know why I'm not committed, can I now change it up? Because excuse me, I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs jump into a business without full commitment, and when things start turning a little bit sour, which, by the way, they're going to at some point, they quit at that point because the commitment level wasn't there. Now, those who jump in and they're committed, but they're not competent, a lot of times you can overcome the competency problem by learning typically expensive lessons, but it's going to cost you. So make sure you're competent before you jump in. Again, you got the commitment, you got the competency, I'm sorry. I'm
And
for
then
some
you're
reason
capable.
capable. Maybe you are not capable. Why not bring somebody else in with you? I mean, that's one solution to it. Maybe you need a partner on this. Now we're going to have to go back and redo vision if we're going to do that, but we're saying no for a reason. That's what is so important about saying a no. Now, if we say yes, well, now we're moving forward. Now we're going to start spending some money at some point. Once
Okay.
we get to that. But what we're trying so hard to do is make sure that everybody knows you need get that. Once you vet the vision, that's where you get to say yes or no. And again, a no doesn't mean no forever. That just means no right now.
Exactly. Now,
So don't say yes before you're ready.
exactly.
But when you say yes, buckle in, because now we're moving.
Now, when you talk about buckle in, that's a good segue, because right now you got to be honest and effectively dedicate yourself to what's going on. And can you sustain yourself during the development process of the business model? Okay, what does that, Michael? What does that really mean?
Thank you. Thank you. I gotta dig into this. So two things. When you are developing your business model and you have said yes, the first thing you have to make sure you say yes to is that I can sustain my living standards and everything that I already have going on. You have to be able to sustain yourself while in the process of doing your business model development. The second thing you have to sustain is the actual development itself. This is why I mentioned making sure that you can carry out the organizational structure or the development of the business model itself. That doesn't mean paying for everything. That means making sure that you can actually complete the development of the business model before you actually do all the big and super huge heavy lifting.
That's a lot of lifting. So and we need to make sure everybody understands that you cannot sacrifice things that you cannot afford to lose. You can't do that. Okay. Now, if you can afford to lose it, fine. But if you can't afford to lose it, don't sacrifice it. That's a no. That's a no automatically. And
Right.
you have to be responsible and realistic as you go through this process of gathering that information. Now, we say responsible and realistic. You got to be honest. Kevin, if you're not responsible and realistic about this, what's going to happen?
I like the way I always get that question, because my answer always is you won't make money. When you don't do what you need to do, you will not make the money you should be making. It's just the way it works.
I mean, what, Kevin? If I do part of it, I can make part of the money, right?
Possibly, but the odds aren't really with you. We do know that a large percentage, you know the percentage better than I do, Bert. What percentage of businesses fail in the first 5 years?
What is oh goodness gracious. Now I got a brain freeze.
Maybe I know it better than you.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
It's 90% in the first
Yes.
5 years. Now, you don't have to be part of that 90%. However, if you're not doing your due diligence, you just might be part of that 90%.
Now, the percentage has changed recently. The percentage has changed, but I'm not going to get all into that. But the thing about it is, those statistics are not always accurate. The reason being is because businesses are trying to evolve. COVID, it was a good example of businesses wanting to evolve so they don't get out. They change their strategy. These are some of the things that you do.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be. Go ahead.
But it still happens. We do know statistically the majority of businesses are going to fail. And in almost every case, it's because the person who started that business was not prepared. And what we're talking about is preparing at this point in time. Like we said, don't say yes just because you want to move forward. Say yes because you have everything in place so that you can say yes.
See,
your chances of success go way up when you do the work ahead of time.
So you're talking about, so we got to plan it, and this is what we're doing right now. We're doing the planning. Now,
Yes.
I'm not going to give my 3 Ps. I'm not going to give that yet. But this is part of my first thing is planning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We're planning this. We're getting all the information together. We're documenting everything. Okay.
Right. And at this point in time, we have spent very little money. That's the first thing I want to just throw out there. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I love the fact that I haven't spent any money yet, but I've spent time. Okay. And when you spend that time, you think about opportunity cost. Okay, well, I'm not going to go deep. Okay,
Right.
See, now I'm getting deep. Okay, that'll be in the deep dive. Oh my goodness, this is important when you vet your vision. I love the excellent title, Michael. Vet the vision, because you're going to make the determination. The end result is yes, I'm going to move forward, or no, I'm not going to move forward. That's what vetting the vision means. You make that determination, I'm going to go forward, or I'm not, or I'm going to hold back a little bit, do some more research.
I just want to add, you make that decision based upon facts, not feelings.
Oh, come on now. I feel that I can do this, Michael.
You might even think that you can do it too, but what do the facts say?
Okay.
If the facts you're not ready, then you're not ready.
All right. And that's what we're trying to let everyone know. And that's why that's why some businesses fail. We'll be back next week with more of Survival Mode with step number 3. Stay tuned. You've been listening to Survival Mode, where we give entrepreneurs a step-by-step roadmap to starting their own business. You can reach us by email at hello@survivalmode.live or check out our website at www.survivalmode.live, where you'll find help to start your own business and personal financial guidance. You'll also find a library of our previous shows. We'll see you the same time next week.